Councilmember Boyle, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Did you lose the baby?
No, ask her to show us the baby.
Do you want the baby?
Yeah. They're still trying to gather enough.
Councilmember Sherman is asking if you'd like the baby.
No, show us the baby.
If I'd like
Show
the
us.
baby?
Oh, to show us the baby. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Show us the baby.
I'm like, if I'd like the baby, what? Okay, hold on. I have to show the baby. Your premiere. That's right, your political premiere. Just a little babies.
He's just so squishy.
No, that's more than that.
No. He's 4 days old, 3 days, 4 days old.
Wow.
Friday, so yeah, he'll be, yep, 4
4
days tonight. Mike, this is what's coming your direction in just a few months.
Angie Peters just said, baby's first council meeting.
Yes, he's making his political appearance tonight. His debut. All right, I'm gonna go give him back.
I thought I took my kids to meetings young, but I wasn't that young. Yes.
Madam Mayor, it is 6:59 PM. Okay, Madam Mayor, we are live streaming and recording and ready to rock and roll.
All right, thank you. It is 7 PM on Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. And I now call to order the 2161st meeting of the City of College Place City Council. Mary Elizabeth, will you please take roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Councilmember Cleveland,
Present.
Councilmember Peterson,
Present.
Councilmember Williams,
Present.
Councilmember Sherman, present, and Councilmember Boyle.
Present.
We do have a quorum.
All right, thank you very much. Will you all please join me for Pledge of Allegiance? All right, thank you. It's now time for public comment. Mary Elizabeth, did anybody submit a written comment in advance or request to speak via telephone or virtually?
No, Mayor, let me just triple check online. No, ma'am.
Okay,
She's here in person.
all right. If anyone in person would like to speak, please raise your hand. Anyone in council chambers like to speak about something that's not on the agenda? All right. Seeing none, we are going to, I'm just going to make a quick statement for public comment because we do have some citizens in the lobby who she didn't want to speak because she's nervous. She said she's not a speaker, but she is here because she wanted to make council aware of the overgrown weeds and thistle on the properties on Whitman between Myra and Larch behind Home Depot. And blackberry shrubs that have now encroached over on the hillside to the neighbors that live on the hillside there, on the south side of the properties. And this comes up often, and she would hope that the city would do something to ensure that those are cleared up because there's a lot of thistle, quite tall, and once the seeds get spread, they're going to spread everywhere. And thistle needs to be eradicated, not just cut down. She wanted to bring that to the council's attention. Was there anything else with that? Was that everything you think? Oh, yes, it also, those are bringing animals to come hunt there, it's bringing a fox, the fox that are following dogs when people are walking, and a coyote in that area now that's amongst the shrubbery that is overgrown.
Good for cats.
I've also been told that it is a fire hazard.
And it's a fire hazard. It's very dry and overgrown. I did let her know that we are working on it. Our code officer, Ron Nordman, is in communication with the two property owners regarding getting that area cleaned up quickly. And that we were going to have the fire department go out, take a look, see whether it's a fire hazard, and if it is, they have a little bit more authority about getting it cleaned up, and possibly if we have to, we clean it up and bill them for it before it becomes a danger, especially as it's getting hotter. All right. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure that what you came for was recognized. All right, so I'm going to move on to the consent agenda, which consists of the agenda for tonight, May 27th, 2025, approving the council minutes from May 15th, 2025, approving equipment purchase for Public Works and the Police Department, excusing the absence of Councilmember Jessup and excusing the absence of Councilmember Espinosa. Is there any items any member of the council would like removed from the consent agenda at this time?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the consent agenda as is. Is there a second?
Second, Peterson.
Peterson, we have a second. All right, all in favor, say aye.
I
Thank you. Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. We have one presentation on the agenda tonight. And we have the general manager for Valley Transit and a College Place resident, Angie Peters, who is often on our Zoom during meetings, right? But we get her here in person today. And she's here to receive the Ride Transit Month proclamation, which I'm going to read, and then we will have Angie come up and get it. All right. Whereas on average, public transit provides more than 100 million passenger trips in Washington each year, connecting people to jobs, education, essential services, and economic opportunities. And whereas investments in public transportation support local economies, create jobs, and help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And whereas programs like Valley Transit's Zero Fare Transportation makes transit more accessible for all, especially those who rely only on transit or on transit the most. Whereas nearly 1 in 4 Washingtonians depend on public transit, and 75% of Valley Transit riders report having no access to a car, making transit vital for equality and opportunity in our communities. And whereas greater use of transit is linked to increased physical activity, better health outcomes, improved quality of life, reduced congestion, and supports vibrant, sustainable neighborhoods. And whereas June is Ride Transit Month in the state of Washington, a time to celebrate the many benefits of public transit. June 15th, 2025 is National Dump the Pump Day, encouraging everyone to try transit and help protect our environment. Now, therefore, I, Norma L. Hernandez, Mayor of the City of College Place, do hereby proclaim June as Ride Transit Month in the City of College Place, and I call upon all residents to ride public transit and join in building a more sustainable, healthy, and connected community. Dated this 27th day of May, 2025. All right. We get to get, pictures. Yeah. And thank you for all the work that you do. I am on, along with Councilmember Sherman, on the Board of Valley Transit, and we see all the work that she puts into it. Yeah.
Make it cool.
And she puts a lot of work into ensuring that our little community has as much transit opportunities and places to access it as possible.
Press the button.
If there's anything you want to share, press the button.
Yes. First, I just want to say thank you for doing this proclamation and supporting Ride Transit Month. And I want to invite all of you to an event we're having on June 7th. It's Mobility University. It will be right at the TC, which is in Walla Walla on 4th and Main. And we'll have lots of fun activities and other community partners present. Love to see you there.
June 7th?
Yes.
At what time?
1 p.m.
1
So right
p.m.
after the end of Farmers Market for Walla Walla.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Angie. All right. We do not have any public hearings tonight. There are 3 action items in the agenda. First, Ms. Garcia is going to implore the city council for funds to send our first official gift to our sister city in Jungapeo, Mexico.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a very exciting time for us. I have accumulated the following things. I have donated a wall painting from my own office. That wasn't actually mine to donate, but I got approval. We also have a bunch of wildflower seeds that are supposed to be indigenous to College Place, and we're going to send those over there and hope for the best. Also Hot Mamas, Blue Zone stuff, Walla Walla University really came through. You should see that. Andy's Market branded stuff, and our upcoming market, which we'll discuss later, as well as College Place High School branded stuff as well. So it could be very expensive to ship. I anticipate it could be in the hundreds of dollars range. The plan is also to wrap everything. So they're like opening up presents, So anyways, it could be very expensive to ship. And so that's also why I made this amount so large, is in anticipation of the weight.
Is
Yes,
the cost of the flights
Yes, we need
in
to,
this?
someone needs to deliver this personally.
Dibs.
Totally kidding. But anyways, so yeah, I'll take any questions.
All right. Any questions, Councilmember Cleveland?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Peterson?
No questions, thank you.
Councilmember Williams?
No questions. Thank you.
Councilmember Sherman
No question.
and Councilmember Boyle.
No questions.
All right. If there's no questions, do we have a motion for Ms. Garcia?
All motion to approve city clerk or designee to purchase items for the official sister city gift from the city of College Place to Hungapeo, Mexico in the amount of not over $500.
All right.
Second, Councilmember Williams.
Great. Councilmember Williams with a second. Any additional comments or questions? I'm sure if you have anything you would like to contribute, it'd be great to put in the box of history or something that's related to College Place. We were kind of trying to really think hard of what to do. I will write a letter to as they over there they call her the president, so la presidenta. Myself, so that it's included in thanking her and looking forward to our relationship. All right.
If you haven't gotten a chance yet, she has emailed us officially, and that is included in the body of this.
Yes, it was a very cute email. All right. Let's vote. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you, Mary Elizabeth, for taking that on. I know it's been a lot of work. We are going to do our video. We should record some of them at Lions Park so that we can edit into it, right? And maybe do little hellos from the city council members that are there and kind of try to do a little bit more, something to send them. We wanted to get the gift before, we didn't know how long it was going to take us to get this video done, but we could at least take some parts and start putting things together for them for the video. Okay. Next, Mr. Rizzatello is going to present on the restoration of Ivy Lane following the water line break from last winter.
Yes, thank you. So with this item, Ivy Lane, we weren't anticipating to resurface the road this soon, but we are. What ended up occurring was during the winter, we had a series of water main breaks along Ivy Lane, and as they went to go repair the various services in the main itself, they essentially were chasing the break up the street. It's been fixed underneath, but the issue is you go out there and it's cut up pretty bad. So essentially needs to be resurfaced. Otherwise, the north end of it's going to be gravel, which isn't the best thing. So we have money for it out of water reserves. We budget for it in cases like this. This is just a way larger gap because they were chasing the break during the cold snap.
All right, Councilmember Cleveland, questions or comments?
Yeah, question. Is there any additional concerns about the integrity of that pipe? Is it in good condition, or are we thinking like, we repaired what we could see, but who knows this next winter?
The section that would be resurfaced, they repaired the whole thing in that section, so there isn't a fear that they'd end up having dig up the part that would be that would be resurfaced. As far as further south of that, it very likely could, but that isn't the part they would be fixing.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Councilmember Peterson?
So it was a cold that was the precursor for this, correct?
Yeah, it went from freeze thaw cycle, and then it expanded and contracted the line, and then every time they fixed the section, it just kept breaking more and more.
These are not real cold winters either. That's interesting, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mike, do you recall how big the sinkhole got?
The sinkhole, there was a point in time in the winter where it actually went about the whole width of the street.
It was pretty big, wasn't
it? They stopped it, but my estimate was about 70 feet wide.
Yeah.
About.
I thought it was a pretty big.
Yeah.
Councilmember Williams?
I should know this, but where's Ivy Lane?
Ivy Lane is basically the third street to the east of College Avenue along Whitman Drive across from Kiwanis Park. And this section of it is on the north end over where A Street turns off at Tremont.
Thank you. I knew I'd driven by it recently, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Councilmember Sherman?
No question.
Councilmember Boyle?
No questions. Thank you.
All right, if we have no questions or additional comments for this, do we have a motion for Public Works Director?
This is Councilmember Williams. I will move to authorize the Public Works Director or designee to sign and accept the bid for Central Washington Asphalt to perform Ivy Lane pavement restoration in the amount of $25,654.50.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second. Any additional discussion? All right, hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you, Mike. How soon are we expecting, sorry, how soon is it expected to start working on that?
I would suspect within the month of June by the time they're mobilized, the contractor.
Make sure we do good communication
Yeah.
with the residents there because they're locked in, right?
Yeah.
It's a cul-de-sac.
Well, it's a straight
Oh, it's a straight street. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next Mike's going to present on drilling and design at well number 7.
Okay, thank you. So this is a secondary amendment, still within what the original contract would have been with the original driller, Gregory, but now it's with Holt. Just as a reminder, when we contracted with Gregory, they were supposed to drill all the way down, and then when they were doing the well tests, inappropriate amount of water was coming out of it where it was below about roughly 150 gallons a minute, and they basically admitted that they didn't really have experience with well development with that kind of soil. That has a different type of soil composition than other well sites around the community. So at that juncture, Gregory left. We still had a remaining amount on the contract to be applied toward another driller, went to Holt Drilling through RH2. They have experience drilling in that kind of soil, and basically what was causing issues with getting the appropriate amount of water out of this new well was that lots of sediment buildup were clogging the screen. They continue to clean it. They think it's going to get north of the 700 gallons per minute, which is good because the goal was to try to get past 500. Getting past 700 will allow us to refill eventually that new tank that would go up on the bluff, and essentially that would allow us to punt having to do another well until hopefully Tarragon and Martin Airfield and all that goes on, and then they could help pay for that at that time. So with this juncture, this amendment in front of you is just to continue doing the well screen cleaning so we can get near that target of the 700 gallons a minute. That is key because we need to get the amount of water before you do the well house and mechanical equipment, and we're on a time frame for that because again the main transmission line for all this is going to be going down Majania Road, and as we all know, we're in the stages of doing the right of the way and getting ready to actually go to construction on that, so we need everything to fall in line.
That's a better outcome than we had expected.
Yeah.
That
I was worried we were going to have to go ahead and try to plan for another well out
Yeah.
at Martin Airfield.
I was
so-
already envisioning us
Yeah.
just, closing up that well,
Yeah.
filling that well. Councilmember Cleveland, questions or comments?
Are we anticipating that this, 500 or 700, whatever it ends up being, will that be over time? Does that stay the same? Does it decrease? Does it increase? What do we know about the longevity of this treatment?
Typically these pump tests go for 24-hour periods. So usually once you get the median amount, it stays around that number. So if we're able to stay around that 700 number, based on the behavior of the other well sites, we believe that would hold true.
Well, I'm wondering is if the development of the well, if that has like a lifespan, is it possible that over time there'll be sediment that will come in that will reduce the amount of gallons per minute? Or is it even the opposite where like maybe it cleans up more? I don't know.
From what we've been told so far, once they actually do the full development of this, they're of the belief structure that we would not be getting additional sediments of that type and volume in the screen. So we wouldn't be encountering the same issues we're encountering now once the full job is complete.
Okay, good news. Thank you.
Councilmember Peterson?
You know, Michael, I think I just want to thank you and your crew and the engineers. I think when we got the not so good news, I appreciate that your staff didn't oversell or be too optimistic about what the outcome could be. You talked us through, I think, at some workshops, and I think also during a council meeting, what the steps were to where we could get to somewhere better than 150, 500. We were kind of happy. This is really good news, and I just want to appreciate the communication to the council. And we don't know what the future holds, of course. You know, I don't want to be overly optimistic, but that's really good news. And thank you for keeping us informed.
Yep.
Councilmember Williams?
I would agree. Thank you.
Councilmember Sherman?
Same, Lauren said it best. Thank you, Mike.
And Councilmember Boyle?
No questions. I think they got it.
All right. All right. If there's no further questions or discussion, do we have a motion?
Sure, I'd move to authorize Public Works Director or designee to sign and approve amendment number 2 to the well number 7 drilling and design contract with RH2, increasing the contract by $154,459 for a total authorization amount of $914,774.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Hi.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it and the motion is passed. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that. There's one administrative report tonight, and City Clerk Garcia is going to present on the Lions Park dedication ceremony that's coming up this week.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. It is here, the very much anticipated event. We still have on the docket the annual fishing derby, the launch of our market that same day. The event itself, I actually just finished getting the map all lined out. It's going to look amazing. We've got, I think 34, 35 vendors signed up so far. And we're not taking vendors anymore, so if anybody's listening, don't sign up. Also, the national anthem will be performed by a local youth and a land welcome from tribal leader Janine Gordon. We're going to have a traditional folkloric dance from El Color de Mexico and food and drink giveaways from of kettle corn, tacos from the Happy Wanderer and the Soda Stop. We're also going to have professional photos taken of this event so that, you know, can live on in infamy forever. And a notification of potential quorum has gone out.
All right, I can't believe it's actually here. It, you know, it seemed like it was forever, and now it's like, oh, it's here.
It took forever to start.
Councilmember Cleveland, questions or comments? All right, Councilmember Peterson?
Since we're talking about food, no questions about this issue, but I saw the
Trinidad.
yeah, what's the status of that right now? Is it open? Is it ready?
Yes, it should be open. They will be running, they're hoping Monday through Thursday, 4 to 7 p.m. or so. They're going to do lunches. Sometimes they've also expanded their vegetarian menu. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's actually quite
I did notice.
yeah, there's a lot of vegetarian food on there. And they will do lunches sometimes, and Smokin' Bandits is supposed to start at some point and do lunches as well. And anybody else who wants to come,
Yeah,
Thank you.
Councilmember Williams?
I just would, I'm sorry, I'm speechless. This has been so long coming and this is going to be such, I sort of figured, okay, one day it would be open, but this is like amazing. So, and I've had so many constituents come up to me and say how much their kids are so excited about it and they're looking forward to it. And so this is great.
Councilmember Sherman?
I drove by today and it looks so good and
There's grass.
yeah, it just looks so good. And I'm like, has it really only been 8 years? Cause it feels quite a bit longer,
Yeah.
but, I'm so excited. And Emmy, thank you so much for all that you've done to put this event together.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
This is what I came for.
You're not allowed to
You can-
leave now.
Yeah,
that
you
you're
can stay for more events.
She came for
Yeah.
the events. Councilmember Boyle?
I'm just so excited that it's finally happening. My kids are thrilled. Reagan can hardly handle it. We drive by every morning on our way to school. And she's just like every day, she's like, is there grass yet? Is there this yet? We are so, so excited. It's amazing. I'm so glad we're finally here.
I have some quick questions. The food, so I know we are providing some food from the Happy Wanderer. Councilmember Espinosa is, from his business, sponsored $1,000 worth of tacos from the Happy Wanderer. And then is the rest for purchase from people that are there? Will they need to purchase food from the Happy Wanderer if they want more than
If they would,
$1,000 worth of tacos?
if they would like,
I could take
if they would like it, from Happy Wanderer, they can, but we have, 8 or 9 food vendors actually that are gonna be there as
Oh, so
well,
there's not going to be a number of food vendors
Yes.
selling their foods?
Yes, we'll have, like I just did the map. Yeah, we've actually, the soda stop is gonna set up for the very first time. They're gonna do their custom sodas there. That will be really cool. And we're gonna have a lemonade stand next week, I believe, not this week though.
Okay, so that's part of is that part of the farmer's market vendors group or
Yes.
special for the event? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So they're gonna be there regularly.
Yep, Soda Stop is gonna try it out, hopefully for the entire year, but it sounds like they're gonna go, yeah.
All right, no dinner for me making the whole summer on Thursdays. Right? And then the splash pad, will it be on that event?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So bring your bathing
So
suits.
it's undergoing final testing in the morning. So.
All right.
Volunteers needed.
Yeah. Are
Can I
dogs
advertise
allowed?
that? If it goes on and it passes testing. can we
Yeah,
advertise?
yeah, you can advertise that because County Department of Health have to issue a license for it, so that'll be tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, that is exciting. So fishing, the splash pad, food, vendors, and then, of course, our party. The
Yes.
dancers, and I'm looking forward to it all.
It's gonna
Okay,
be beautiful.
thank you for putting all that work into it. Mike is most grateful because he didn't have to figure out how to get this all done, but truly, thank you. You've turned it into one big bash. As it should be. You're giving it as it should be with all the work that was put into this and all the community waiting for it and being part of it. So thank you so much. I think the people are just gonna really be amazed when they walk in it.
And it also feels special having the land welcome as well as the folkloric dancers, and the national anthem. It really feels like it's based in this place. So-
Right? This place that belongs to all of us, right? That's right. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for that. I know, is everybody going to be there? Everybody plan on be there? For the ribbon cutting. Am I supposed to have a speech?
I was hoping you were gonna present the whole thing, so I didn't.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, quick question, just to confirm, we're supposed to be there by 4.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, the ribbon cutting, there will be events leading up to the ribbon cutting around 4:30. But we're packing in a lot of stuff, might be a little later. I mean, time is fluid. Be there at 4.
Okay, no later than 4:15.
You're gonna miss the national anthem.
Be there.
I'm already throwing Mexican
Like,
ties
just be
to
there.
it. Let me
No,
do it.
Wait, be there at 2 p.m.,
All right,
Madam Mayor.
all right.
That's.
I'm planning to come myself. I don't know if I'll be able to be there at 4 though, so, but I'll be all
But
right.
you'll, yes, okay. All right, thank you. All right.
I have a class that goes from 3 to 5 and I told them that we're spending the last hour there, but I was starting to wonder if I needed to bring my 2 o'clock class.
Yeah, starts at 2 for anybody
Yeah.
who's gonna be late.
Mayor. All right, thank you so much again. Any other comments or questions? All right, so that is the end of our administrative reports. There was a informational report in your packet for your review. If you have not already reviewed it, it's regarding the police department's monthly report. And then we're on to executive session. So that's the end of the public side of our meeting today. We are going to go into executive session. The City of College Bay City Council will now meet in executive session to discuss potential litigation pursuant to RCW 42.30.110 parentheses 1 parentheses I. The city council will be in executive session until we're giving ourselves 25 minutes.
We should give ourselves like 2 minutes to get everybody out and plus 25.
Okay, then, so we're looking at by 6:57,
So
7:57, I'm an hour back. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Have a good night.
Is. More time.
Scott,
we're still live streaming.
yes,
Mayor, I'm online.
yeah, Scott, I'll be calling you. Is that correct?
Yes, that's fine. I think I sent my my phone number earlier.
I just want to make sure that your email had your phone number on it.